Hello guys, this is Mike 3. Yo, the day's kind of hot. Well, not really. Up in my balcony. Yeah, my first eye to eye video thingy. I'm gonna make it pretty short. Yeah. I decided to upload videos regarding world issues, poverty as an example. Um, yeah. And I'll be just breezing through the topics that I'll cover in the next month or so. So, yeah, take this as an introductory video. Okay, first, I'm gonna delve into the question of moral obligation. More specifically speaking, do we have a moral obligation to help the distant needy, aka the poor, poverty-stricken poor? Do we have a moral obligation? And given the fact that we do have a moral obligation to help these people, um, wouldn't the level in which we help differ from class to class? Class as in social class. As an example, a very poor person who can barely sustain his own family will be exempt from this obligation, of, because he himself, in a sense, is the distant need. And a very rich person, a multi-billionaire, say Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, those people have an obligation to help more, um, donate more money, and yeah, but then, and the real problem arises, the real question will arise when we go into specifics, because this whole topic is vague. There are no set numbers, there are no set yearly income. If your income is over 100,000 a year, um, then you should help give out 15% of your income. No, it's not like that. There are no written numbers. So who is it to decide how much they are going to help if we have a moral obligation? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna add on to that later a bit. And the second topic that I will be discussing in my later videos is how useful are articles that depict poverty-stricken families. How effective are those in creating some results? I mean, honestly speaking, let me ask you guys something. Who has actually helped, as in research, send money, contact NGOs or governmental organizations, charity organizations, to help these people after reading an article on the poor, say in Newsweek, National Geographic, or whatnot? How many people have honestly helped, influenced by articles? And yeah, in my future videos I'll be um, delving in for solutions. Then what could motivate us? What is another method that would actually motivate the vast majority? Yeah, and then the third thing I will be talking about in my future videos is how to facilitate the process of helping. Because say that a person is actually motivated enough to help the distant needy after reading an article, but then the person does not know how to do it, so the person will have to research hours even, and once that person finds out, that person will most likely find out that the only real way to help is through organizations, charity organizations, governmental or NGOs, and that's a real tedious process. And thirdly, that person, if done his or her research properly, will kind of question the effectiveness of actually sending money, because the money is not guaranteed to arrive at the destined places. Because if you look at it this way, most of these poverty-stricken families, these affected people, live in developing countries. They have unstable governments. It's kind of shut off from the other world. So there's a very high chance that those people might those governmental people might be actually using the charitable monies for weapon production that actually fuel the genocide going in. And the fourth thing is poverty, the fourth topic is poverty a natural cause? Is it a natural consequence slash byproduct of the system that we have established in our world currently? Because some justifiable points on this is that recently I've watched a video on I watched a video that basically stated that philanthropists might be actually accelerating poverty. They might be actually increasing the gap between the rich and the poor. And here's the reasons that they listed. They said that in these poor people, mostly the people that they are surrounded by are poor themselves, right? Hence, they will not really consider themselves poor. To them, that is most likely normal. And the problem arises when a Westerner, a philanthropist, a jolly old good person, an advocate of charity organizations comes in and decides to help a few of these people out. Well, obviously that person cannot help everyone, so he helps one or two families to start out with. But this, to the other poor people that are watching this, that are not helped, they'll be thinking, this doesn't make sense. Why are they being helped? Why are they getting $20 a month? Yeah, and that'll actually break the balance that they had, because if there is no notion of poverty, who is it to say that there is poverty in those areas? So yeah, those are the basic things that I will be talking about. Obviously, they're topics of great controversy. They have been discussed a lot in recent years, decades. So yeah, let's leave it at that. And also, parkour videos are coming up, parkour tutorials. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks.